Occupy the Land, occupytheland.org. Donna and I are out on a mission today. We got some supplies and stuff that we're taking. We got the, dump trailer in the back to haul some stuff. And it's just, the sun's just starting to come up out here in the desert. We're going into town! All right, Donna, what are we getting? What's the project today?
Well, we've had to wait for a couple of weeks for a sale on this generator at Harbor Freight. Saved quite a bit of money, so we planned on doing a couple things while we had to come in anyway. So the generator at Harbor Freight, and then we're going to get water tanks that are, they're in town somewhere. We'll meet up with the guy, and we want to save the water from our pool because it's almost 3,000 gallons worth of water that we can put in these totes and use for gardening, chickens, construction, the house. I wouldn't be drinking it, but definitely can use for, and we need the totes anyway, so it's a good thing to have. So we're doing that, and I noticed that it's 63 degrees out. I don't think we've been in 63 degree weather since the spring. So it's kind of cool. It feels cold to me. I don't know about you, but maybe it's nice for everybody else. But for us, 63 is freezing.
Well, I got a long sleeve shirt on, I'll tell you that. Still in shorts.
I have a sweatshirt on, which is, I haven't worn a sweatshirt all summer. So.
It's down almost to 50s. It's once the equalizes the sun, to where it's, half days and night are the same length, it starts to cool off pretty quick. And you can see me lighting it up. The sun's starting to break the horizon. So we're out supplying today. We may, stop by, get some this and that and so on. But the main thing is, and we got a stem valve leak on one of the tires on the double axle, dump trailer that we have. So we're probably going to stop by Discount Tire, have them get a freebie, fix that, and then because we got tires there, and then on the way back. But it's holding air enough, will be good. And it's not full IBC totes, so they're not heavy. So if it just runs kind of low on one tires and the other pair, fine, so it's fine. But on the way back in, we'll go ahead and have that checked. Then, but the deal on the generator is that they were, it's a flex fuel, propane, and gasoline. It's not a diesel, which you prefer, obviously, but the propane and gasoline, it's nice to have the other options. Well, this particular one is $300 off from $1,000 down to $700 or something, and it's only, you got to get there at opening today because out here in the edge of the death, they go fast, I'm sure. So we're going to make sure we get that one's mine, So we're going to do that, and it's one of the quieter ones, so it's a little more expensive. But normally these are very expensive, and the extended warranty is not that much. I was like $50 or something. So I'm like, yep, do that. So a few years of make sure we got good backup to our backup power, because in the winter you hardly ever run the generator because you have almost no power usage because you're not using evaporative cooler on all the time, or the air conditioner in the window, or that kind of stuff. And then our construction and so on, we charge up all our batteries and our EcoFlow Delta 2s that we have, and the little Opis, they charge up during the day, and then we use them, and then we charge them with the bus at night. So we have plenty of power that's portable around the property. In the summer, we have to kind of manage it a little bit more because we turn off the cooler when we're not in the bus, we're outside working, that kind of thing, to make sure we have enough power to get us through the night. Now, we have a lot more batteries, and we have a whole 48-volt system sitting in our storage trailer, but, we're not going to bring that out until we actually have the house. So this is just some stuff that we need. I need a, one is done, two is one kind of thing when you got to deal with electricity. And this week, we're getting all supplied up and making sure that we have a you know, that we can go through the cooler time. We can be really productive when it's light. We get up early and get a lot of stuff done. We have friends that we visited with around the country that are coming by in series, and tomorrow we'll have some people coming by, and they might be bringing some stuff they got extra. They're homesteading, but we'll introduce you to these guys and their story, because this has been a thing for years for us. As we got to travel around in the Love Bus on the Love Bus Liberty Tour, we were making sure that we stopped by and saw people that we knew were doing this, that have been following us on the sites, you know, or Freedom's Phoenix and so on, because this is common. And out here in the desert, you go off of the road just a little bit back from the highway and you see a lot of people homesteading. Well, this is happening all around the country, and it's becoming a thing. So we'll take you on the ride with us, but we'll also be visiting some other people too during this. Enjoy! Peace! What we're doing today is we needed to get more water storage. For Donna wanted to drain the pool and retain that water and start doing some gardening and having, you know, some trees that we're going to plant. We need to have water dispersed around the property before we start doing plumbing, you know, for everything on 18 acres. So there's a place you go to a lot of times, Facebook or Craigslist or something like that. Now this one is in the back lot of an industrial area, and it's kind of secret until you get in the area. Then you text him and he tells you where you're at, and it's just a lot. He has a lot of different kinds of tanks, poly tanks, 55-gallon barrels, and all kinds of stuff. Now what we need is those that are food grade, you know, potable water, and you have these that are encased in steel, but what did they have in them? Well, let's take a look. Mixed fruit flavor for a Red Bull. That's what this had in here. So it's only semi-toxic waste. So we'll see, you know, how that goes. Now, what we did is we got, for us, 4 of these, and that is just, you know, enough to get us by. And then of course we had to go do some shopping and get some stuff for the workshop. So we're on our way back now, but you know, it's great having this trailer. It works really well. We'll see you back on the land. Well, from Occupy the Land. Wow, when it rains, these just get green. I mean, shiny green. Damn. This is, the desert just comes alive within days. Now what we're doing, last couple of days, we went down and got 4 more of these IBC totes for water. Now they are food grade. They were hauling, I don't know, some fruit punch flavoring for Red Bull. So it's only semi-toxic waste. And the 275 gallons, so we got 2 of those, so that's 550. And I think water is about 8 point something pounds per gallon. So anyway, I did the math. It came out to about 4,800 pounds. It's less than 5,000 pounds. Now the trailer can haul just over 7,000 pounds payload. So not a problem. You know, our Montero will pull it. So we're going to go ahead and go get that and show you us rinsing them out. And because the high-speed pumps at the farm agricultural area that we get our water from is, I mean, it'll fill one of these in about 60 seconds, literally. So we can fill it up, flush it out, then fill it up, bring it back, and boom, we got our water thing taken care of. So this is, you know, the road. I need my tractor back. You know, they say to call me tomorrow and see when that's going to be done, because I got to, you know, fix some road here. It's getting kind of messed up. So I'm looking forward to that, and so is my one neighbor. Now Donna has that tank that she fills up on a regular basis with our water tanks that you can see way in the distance back there. You know, we got you know, the water, that's for us doing the check dam over there. And then we fill this up with, we have different tanks. Some of them are potable, some of them are just for construction. And then she pumps it into the bus, so we have water there. Now, what this is the equipment that we've had. I had this, you know, bag here with different accessories and so on, and you know, our cameras, and we got lighting in other places and all kinds of attachments to put on the vehicles, put on the tractor, put on. But it's so dusty, it's so dirty, it's so windy, and it's so hot. Now, I didn't want to destroy or mess this stuff up, and we were just using our phones. So we're going to start, you know, putting our microphones on and start giving you better coverage and footage of that. We're going to be focusing on, you know, different music and transitions and adding more to the intro and outro of the videos and so on. But, you know, we're working. You know, this is activism. This is getting her done. And documenting it is important, but you know, it's important that we get stuff done. Now, what we're going to be doing here, we got a bunch of 2x3s to finish out the framing for the shelves we're doing in the shipping container. We got my pegboard that I'm going to do for putting behind a little table work area at the end of the container. And then, you know, we always get, you know, some more Portland cement whenever we go in, just cause, and some 2x4s for some other stuff that we're going to be doing. So it's just enough, and some hardware and things that we got just to keep ourselves busy while our tractor's still in the shop. It's going to be, what they found out is that the entire wiring harness and the computer needs to be replaced. It was doing some short that was making it to where the RPM would drop, and it was being really annoying. So I took it in. I'm like, hey, you know, get her done. So that, you know, them diagnosing it and finally, you know, believing me, and then ordering the parts and having to take the cab off to replace the, it's a thing. So hopefully that will be done by the middle of next week, and then we can really get on doing the walls higher on the dome. Well, the main thing is, oh, we can get Donna working. And the main thing is that we have a bunch of the other little things that we need to get done. You know, like this, got to order the tire, take it in, discount tire, have them put it on, you know, get Donna to, you know, muscle it and put that on. So we're going to go ahead and probably, I got to wait for the tractor. In front of where the doors open on the shipping container, there is a concrete slab that I want to put out there, and I may in between the two trailers also for a good work area. Then we'll stretch some of these triangle shade cloths and so on that have worked out really well. You know, we got that, you know, over there on that dome just to test it out to see how they work, and they work pretty well, and they're pretty sturdy, and they're like a big sail too. But so we're going to be doing a lot of that and designing a pad that I can take stuff out and work kind of in the round on the concrete pad in front of the shipping container, and it's just nice. You know, for the next, 8 months, it's going to be really nice. So I want to be outside, and we still got to take the soil from the sand dam we're diverting all the water to and putting it over there, you know, which is the building pad for this. So you can see we got a lot of room. You know, 18 acres is, you know, it's enough. And so we're going to go ahead today and do a bunch of prep for when we get the tractor back, so we're not having to worry about that. This is experimenting with a lot of these new cameras and stuff too. So I'm kind of long-winded here because I want to make sure you guys know what's going on. But if I do a bunch of footage with the other, the audio didn't pick up. Oh, the video's not there. Because you got to take the card out, load it in the computer. It's just a pain, man. I got stuff to do. So that's what we're doing. We doing, Donna? We're doing. You know, so that's what we're going to be working on today. Now, this is the only place that we have shade. You know, it's, well, we have, you know, some places and inside buildings, but I mean, just to come out and just be out of the sun, certainly as the sun starts to get lower in the sky. This is on the north side of the bus. So this table is, you know, where we can kind of set stuff out to where we're going to go do stuff. Now, what are you going to do with the water in the pool. What do you think the plan is for that?
I need to get some IBC totes and then first clean the water and then transfer it to the tanks and cover it so we can use it for house water.
Well, can't we just take it, cover the pool, and take it from there?
We can, but I just want to take that down.
Just get her done.
Get it done, but yeah,
because it held up pretty well. There's no leaks or holes. It filtered. It was nice water. The only thing before you do anything, you have to go in and clean out the what?
The bugs.
The bugs. Bugs like water.
Yeah, the bugs, and it's funny because every season, every couple of weeks, it seems like we have a different crop of bugs. Sometimes, in the beginning of the spring, there's bees, then there's flies, and then there's these dragonfly things and these little water bug looking things, and now it's gnats and moths. I mean, it goes in kind of stages, but they always go for the water. So we have a pretty tight screen that we can just go and clean it all out. But before I save the water for the bus, I do need to go and clean it out one more time. I don't think I'm going to fill it anymore until I can dump it out. So
that's one thing is that we have the little hand screen, and I'll show you what we do.
It's Ernie's favorite thing.
It's my favorite thing.
He loves
so you go in. It looks pretty. Did you clean it?
I just did it, but it's cloudy.
But you go, you do this. You get a bunch of little bugs, and then you tap it, and it goes down on the side, and then here comes the what?
Lizards.
Lizards.
Lizards love the bugs, so they kind of clean up on it.
We got pet lizards. They woo! The food gods done dumped out, some goodie for us. Ooh, and it's nice and soggy too. Thank you.
Well, the pool is right now, it's about, 72, which is kind of cool, but when it's still warm outside, you can jump in there real quick and cool off. We still do that, but a lot less than we used to, so it's time.
Yeah, my little Japanese baths, just take the pitcher and pour over me and doing that.
It's cold. Like ice water.
I think last night might have been one of the last ones here directly.
But it was a success. We really enjoyed it. We used it.
A lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And it stayed clean. I'm not a big fan of this filter. It doesn't really get anything from the bottom. It just kind of circulates it. But I don't know if you can make it out. But you see the dust just goes to the bottom. Well, the best way to clean this out is we just kind of sweep all the dust to one end. Then we take a hose and siphon it out and just put a little vacuum end on it, and it just kind of sucks all that dirt out and puts it into the wash behind it. So you lose probably at least 20, 30 gallons or something.
But, we always have water ready to fill it back up, and then it's clean for a while. But out here, when you start digging in the soil any little bit, or you get any little wind, it's like moon dust out here. It's very, very fine, so that filter doesn't pick it up. So we might try something else different next year as far as filtration, but it worked pretty well this year.
One of the things that was really, just surprised was the wind.
Yeah,
and we are always getting a dust devil coming right over us.
Yes.
I mean, it's, the land probably in the summer probably gets, I don't know, through our construction site. How many times do we get a dust devil through the construction site?
Well, it seems like every time at least that we're working on it.
That's like once a day. I mean, it's a thing. So what we did is we bought which is another thing we'll be putting up, we got a windmill, and to generate electricity. Because, our friend Bob has a windmill, and it was just keep you from being angry at the wind all the time. You go, all right, cool, it's making power. Now, one thing that we did is it was inexpensive. It was only like $100 or something on Temu. I mean, we were getting little stuff like this experiment with on there. It has a double thing. Donna's starting to put, you probably can't see in there. But you put it in one side, and it goes for long till it turns into dirt. Looks like, I don't know, probably ground up coffee or something. And then you start doing the other side, and you just keep doing it, and then you feed it out, you put it out in 5-gallon buckets and start using it. Now we have a larger compost area over there that is just a lot of the foliage from around here. Because one of the things that we're going to do is as we start to dress this up, we trim all this dead branches and stuff around all of these bushes and so, ooh, a cactus. Heck, I didn't even know we had that.
Yeah, I told you about that, but I never dragged you over here to show you. This I don't know if it grew up in here or it blew in here and it just sort of settled. I don't know. but it's
Well,
been
it
in
wasn't recent. I mean, this has been here a while. I didn't know if I've ever even seen
there. No, I didn't see
this
it either
kind before.
for a while, and then just one day.
There's a couple of places we have like little opportunity growth of cactus and stuff around, but we're probably going to be transplanting a lot of stuff. And with the backup, the check dams of the washes that we have, and it makes these areas really go green. And this isn't even really the super green. It's just getting started to go. It rains a little bit, and here it comes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be doing that with trees.
Yeah, I don't know if you can pick it up, but like the whole desert, like around here, is a lot more green than it normally is. So just
Yeah, I know, it's
that
just
one little rain.
Green.